Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial. So quite a while back I did a tutorial on the human meta rig system in Blender, and I've had quite a lot of comments on that one. Some people didn't quite understand things, so I'm kind of revisiting it in this tutorial. And by the way, this one is also in Blender 2.91, which is a little bit updated. And I'm also going to be covering like some more details. Like in my older one, I didn't cover the face controls and the finger controls. It was just the basic version of the meta rig. So I hope you guys are able to learn something from this. And by the way, this model here is one of my own. I am making it available for free in the description below, so you can go to my blend swap page, just download it, and you can follow along, or just use one of your own models if that's what you want to go for. So this is what it is. Just a super cool, easy to set up, easy to use rig, even if you don't know much about rigging at all. So I'm going to be taking you step by step. Okay, so once you've gone in the description below and you've downloaded the free blend file, which is this female beige mesh right here, or you can just follow along with your own character. It doesn't really matter. It's just a simple mesh like this. It's just one object. And we're going to now go through the whole process of adding the Rigify system to this character. So if you go Shift A and you go over to your armature settings, you may not actually see the human meta rig settings here, and the reason that is you actually need to go to your edit over here. Make sure to just go down to preferences, and under your add-ons tab here, just make sure to click on it. You can come up here to the search bar, just type in rig, and you should actually see at the bottom here Rigify come up, and just enable that box. Now this is in Blender 2.91. So once you've ticked that box, you can just close this window, and you should be able to go Shift A, go down to your armature settings, and now you should see the human meta rig. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on the human meta rig here, and it's going to add in the human meta rig. Now we can also, I'm just going to show you this one because you may want to know about it. If you also go Shift A and you go back to the armature here, you're also going to see an option here called basic, and there's one here called basic human meta rig. And that's essentially just the same one. The only difference is you don't have all of those extra facial bones and the finger bones here. It's just a bit more of a simplified version of this meta rig here. So for this tutorial, I will not be doing this one. So I'm just going to get rid of that, and we'll just be focusing on this more intricate one that has some of the facial controls and the hand bones. And I don't care so much necessarily about the facial controls with this system here, but I really do find the finger controls here really useful. So what we're going to do is once we have placed this human meta rig into our scene, obviously there's two things we have to do. We have to either scale our character down to the mesh, to the rig, which I'm not going to do. I'm actually going to take the rig here and just hit S and scale that one up roughly to the size of the character. Now what I'm looking for here as a reference point is kind of where these shoulders, this shoulder intersection lines up with the character, so roughly about there. And I know some of the other things don't line up, but don't worry too much. And once you've done that, and we're doing this in our object mode, by the way, not edit mode, we can go ahead, hit Control A or Command A. This is super important, and just make sure to apply the scale. Okay, so once the scale is applied, we can get into the rest. And with this rig selected, we're going to come over here to the top, and we're going to go from object to edit mode. You can also hit the tab key as a shortcut if you want to do that. So here you can see now we can see the bones and we can edit them. Now we could spend a long time here if we have to do both sides differently, but if you come up here you can see an option called X mirror. We're just going to hit that. That's essentially going to allow us to grab one side and it'll mirror exactly on the other side. When you're working something like this that's perfectly symmetrical, you can get away with that. Maybe your character isn't perfectly symmetrical, then you may not be able to rely on that feature. Okay, so let's start over here in our front orthographic view with the arm. So I'm going to start by hitting C. It's going to bring up this tool here. You can roll the middle mouse button to shrink or grow it. And we're just going to click here and just select all of these bones here. Then I'm going to hit R in my front orthographic view, just rotate it to flatten it a bit. Then I'm going to hit G and just move it back up here and roughly line it up here. And then I'm going to grab these bones here. So I'm just still hitting C to bring up the C select tool, and I'm going to go G. Once I have those bones selected, just bring them down to here. And then deselect all of that, then just select all of these hand bones and just move it over here till this intersection here lines up with the wrist. So if you hit 7 to go to your top orthographic view, you can see it's not quite straight. So just move these bones over here so the wrist is lining up at least. Don't worry about the fingers for now. And this guy here, just select that knob and bring that guy back. Just kind of line up with the elbow a bit. And then we also need to come in here And by the way, I am in wireframe. If you just hit Z, you can go to wireframe. So I'm going to select these two nubs here. We're going to go G, Y, and just move those guys back, just so they're sitting there in the arm. And then these chest bones, or these clavicles, I'm just going to select these nubs at the front. I'm going to go G, Y, and just move them in till they're embedded in the mesh. Now, if you can't see what you're doing and you don't want to work in wireframe, simply just go over to your armature settings here. You can go over to your viewport display options and just hit in front, and the bones will now be in front of any geometry in our scene, which could be useful, and you can turn that off later. So now that we can see that is in there, let's go on to the bottom section here. So let's go and select the top of the leg here. In fact, just select these bones down here, these three, including that nub. We're gonna go G, Z, and bring them down till they're sitting here where the pelvis is and the hips. Go to your right view and just kind of hit G and move them back a little bit if you have to, around there. And then we're gonna come here in our right orthographic view as well. Select this nub, we're gonna move it back to where the knee is. And then we're gonna just box select all of these bottom bones. We're gonna go G, and we're gonna go Y, and just move them back on the Y. Just like that. Then select this nub here and just G to move it to the middle of the foot. So now we can see we have that all lining up on the side, but in our front orthographic view, we need to actually select these bones down here and just move them along the X a bit. Now this may be different depending on how you set up the pose of your character, but in this case, if you're following along, we just want to grab the knee as well and just straighten it a bit. So this is just a matter of lining these main bones up in the front and the side. Now the knee, you never want to have it too back or in the middle. A lot of people make that mistake. You want it a little bit forward like that. Okay, that's looking okay. So now that we have the legs roughly in place and the arms are looking pretty good, let's just grab these breast bones here. I'm just going to move them in a little bit. Select that nub there, move it in a little bit. And now we can start refining the hands here a little bit. This could be a little bit tricky compared to the rest of the bone placement we've done. So what we're going to do is we're going to just hold in Shift, select these three bones here for the pinky, hit R to rotate. And by the way, this is in the top orthographic view. So also just make sure this little nub here is like this. So just these guys. G to move it over here, and then R to rotate, and then S to scale that guy up, and then just G to move it. So we're just lining them up roughly, grabbing these guys here, including the little nub, just moving it here, S to scale it up, then deselect them, holding in Shift, just select this guy, these ones here, and just do the exact same thing. Scale them up a bit, G to move them, R to rotate if you have to. So let's just do the same with the rest of these. Nothing too complicated. Just rotating them, S to scale, G to move, just getting the placement right. And then selecting these bones here, R to rotate them, G to move them to about here. Grab these guys, just bring this piece here, grab the little nub and just move it here. So just trying to line up the thumb from the top here. And the thumb is very similar, but just a little bit different. So just like that, bringing this guy in here as well. Now we're going to hit 1 to go into our front orthographic view, and we can see things are not quite right. So what we're going to do is just box select all of these bits at the front, those ones there. Then we're going to go S, Z, and just scale them down into Z. And then G, Z to move them up, like that, and then R just to rotate them a bit. Flatten them out, and then we're going to grab these thumb bones, G, Z, move them up, just till they're inside of the thumb there. But you can see this guy here is way too high, so just select that nub, G, Z to bring that guy down to about there, and then this nub as well. So we just want these bones to be embedded inside the hand. In fact, if you go over here to your viewport display again and you untick in front, you shouldn't see any bones really sticking out too much. In this case, I can see this guy here is, so I'm just gonna grab that nub and move him down a bit as well. Just these guys. So these bones should be nicely embedded inside of the mesh geometry. Okay, just bring that guy down. So you can refine this as much as you want. I'm just going to keep it at this point here, just so I can get on with the tutorial. But I would recommend you take your time, just get the bones nicely lined up. Okay. So once you've done that part, now it's for the real tricky part, and that's kind of lining up the facial features here. Now, like I said, I'm not really very fond of the MetaRig face controls. I think like it's better just to do it yourself, but I'm just going to show you how to do this anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our right orthographic view. We're going to hit C, just to bring up the C select tool, and we're going to select all of these facial bones here, including these two neck bones down here, these two. And we're going to hit G and Y and just move them back till the neck is kind of here in the middle and the facial features are roughly lined up. But what we also have to do is you select these facial features without the neck bones, and we're going to go G and just move them down a little bit, and then R to rotate them forward, just trying to line this up with the tilt of the face, and then bring it down. So you can see here the nose is roughly lining up. The eyes here, so deselect everything. In your right view still, we're just going to select these eye control bones here, and just these bones around it that make up the surrounding of the eye. So these bones right here. And we're just going to go into our front view, and we're just going to move them to where the eye is roughly. So right there. In fact, let's just go back into solid view and enable in front so we can see properly. So just placing them right here over the eye. And let's just do the same thing with these ears here. So we're going to just simply select these 4 bones here to make up the ear. All right. Go to your top view and just G to move them in, R to rotate them a little bit, then go to your right view, G to move them down, and just line them up with the ear here. Kind of look from different perspectives if it helps. Just trying to line that up. Okay, you can spend as much time as you want. And disable in front if it helps. Whatever you find works. Okay, so we're just moving these bones. Also, just grabbing some of these ones here, the ones that control the cheeks and the forehead. We're just bringing them in a little bit. And now let's just grab these jaw bones down here. Go to wireframe if it helps. Just grab these lower jaw bones like that. And we're just going to go G and just move them up into the face like that. And then obviously you can spend as much time with these mouth controls, but I'm just going to select these bones here, these lip bones. Okay. And I'm going to go G and just move them forward and line them up with the lip here like that. Okay. So you can kind of see what we're doing. It's getting there. And then obviously the nose bones are a little bit more simple. Just select them, these guys here, and just move them down a bit like that. Okay, so yeah, definitely spend as much time as you want with these controls. And by the way, this control here inside there, that's the eye control. So you could actually separately parent your eyes to that as a separate object, but we won't cover that for this tutorial. Just keeping things nice and simple. So just make sure that guy is kind of lined up with the eye like that. Okay, so those are our bones lined up. I'm just going to quickly double check everything. I know it was a little bit confusing, maybe a little bit tedious for some people, but once you've got everything nicely lined up, we can start getting into the fun part. So let's just quickly go back into our object mode. And what we want to do is we want to just once again just hit Control A, just make sure to apply that scale if it's been scaled. And now what we're going to do is the part that I really enjoy, the magic part. We're going to go over here, still in our armature tab, go down here to the bottom, and under the Rigify button here, if it's not open, just drop it down. We're going to come here and click on Generate Rig. And you can see here, even with my computer, Blender has to have a little bit of a think here. So it's just loading. So let's see what this is going to look like. There we have it. It's now added in these nice controls for us. But what we have here is our original rig still in the on the character. So let's select the original armature here, the one that we just generated all of these controls from. So just select it, and you can see here under our scene collections, it's the meta rig. We're going to hit M, and we're going to go New Collection, and under the name here, let's just call that rig, and hit Enter, and then OK. And let's just come over here to the rig system and just click on the little eye, just to hide this. We don't want to see it. Okay, so what we actually want to see is just this generated rig here. So this generated rig, what we're going to do is we're going to select it, then we're going to go into our pose mode, and in our pose mode we're going to hit A to select all of these bones, so everything's selected, and then we're going to hit H to hide it. Just hit H. And then over here under your armature settings, under the skeleton, you want to hold in the Shift key and then click on this button on the end here at the bottom, right there. So just click it. And if you hit Z, go into wireframe, you can see all of these bones here have been added. And those are the actual weighted bones. That's what the mesh is going to be parented to itself. So let's go over here back into object mode. Select the mesh of your character, and then holding in Shift, select the actual rig itself. I'm going to go Control P, and we're going to go with automatic weights. Now what that'll do, it'll weight these the mesh geometry to these bones, and Blender's going to do its best attempt, and it's usually relatively okay, especially for like cylindrical parts like this, but you might have to come in there for things like the face and some of the little details to really kind of refine the weight painting if you want it to look good. But for now we won't focus on that part. We're just focusing on the meta rig itself. So now we're going to select the rig again, and we're going to go back into pose mode, and holding in shift we want to click on this button again to remove this, but then we want to go Alt H to unhide these controls. Now these controls here are what are controlling these bones that we just removed here, these bones here, right? So what we're going to do now, if we select any one of these controls and we move them, so if I select the head and I go G, we can see the head moves. If we select the hand control, which is this IK control for the hand here, and we hit G to move it, we can see the hand and the arm now go along. We can grab this box here to move the whole body like that, or we can rotate the hip. We can grab the foot control here, and not only can you grab these IK controls here for the hand and foot, you can also, once you've moved them, hit N to bring up your properties panel, go to Rigify button here, and this guy here should have, go to item. If you go up here, you should have an IKFK value slider, which can kind of control the influence of that guy there. So if you kind of like wanted to make a scene where you want your character to kind of do push-ups or something, that could simplify that. And you can also keyframe that value there. Now that is a whole nother kind of subject, but we won't go into that too much. This is, like I said, just about how to actually add the rig itself. And here you can see it. So have fun playing around with some of these controls. The facial ones for the eyes here, they're pretty good. Like I said, you could refine the weight painting, and there's a ton of videos on weight painting in Blender, so I won't cover that in this tutorial. But I hope you guys are able to now kind of understand the Rigify a little bit better, especially in Blender 2.91. And like I said, this model here is completely free. It's one of my own. You can download it. It's in the description below. Now I won't be making this model available on Patreon because I've already made it available for free, so it kind of doesn't make sense. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys later for another tutorial, and I hope this has been useful to you.